Today we're going to remove the radiator fan. While we're removing the radiator fan, because mine's just got a bad bearing. To remove the radiator fan on an 09 Toyota Corolla, you have to actually take out the whole radiator plus the fan. This is the radiator fan that I'm going to be putting in. If you look right here at the bottom, that's where the radiator sits, and right here is where the condenser sits. And unfortunately, this all has to come out. So to begin, what I'm going to do when I shoot this video is I'm going to basically shoot the video, tell you when I'm going to take it off, and then I'm going to take it off, and then I'm going to stop it. So first I'm going to take off the battery in the tray. So here's the battery, and inside's the tray. That's coming out. Next thing I want to do is there's fasteners along here, and I already loosened them up, but I'm going to take all the fasteners off. And the thing is, I want to pull the hood forward enough so I can get access to the bolts to take this cross ring off. So let me do this real quick. And that's missing. And if I pull it back, you'll see a little fastener to this cross member on this side and a little fastener to the cross member on this side. Next thing I do, unfortunately I gotta take this off. There was a thing I already pulled it, plug there, I already pulled it. So you got basically 3 bolts to take this off. And this is so to disconnect it from the cross member. Working from the back, there's 2 bolts that connect the transmission lines to the housing, and I'm going to take them both off. And then this will move, and this hose right here will actually come loose after this bracket is moved. All right, this is now going to come off. There's a line to the hood latch, that's fine. And there's 2 bolts holding this in, so I'm going to take this bolt off and take this bolt off. This comes off completely. Oh, this is also clipped in. Oops. Let me unclip it and then I'll pull it off. Alright, this will come off. I had to disconnect that little clip right here from this unit. And there's a bolt here that holds this in, bolt here, then there's a little snap you have to get it with the pliers, and this comes off. Working on the other way around, I pretty much disconnected all the lines. It's almost impossible for me to get the line, the bottom radiator hose, so I'm going to disconnect it from the block, and then I disconnected it from here since the battery is gone. And I'm going to take this off now. This goes to the reservoir. That's coming off. And these are your transmission lines. They come off. I have cardboard underneath to catch any spills. And then there's this comes off now. When I take the line off, I will disconnect this and transfer this to the new fan. So I hang tight. The condenser, which is right here, the AC condenser. This basically, there's 2 slots that it holds into, and you just want to remove it from the slot. And then this should all come out. Hold up, I'm going to put my tripod and I'm going to pull it out. Be very careful of the condenser. You don't want to damage it. See that hole there? Another hole. That's where the condenser sits. This thing's going to pull out. It's already loose. This hose is giving me a little bit of trouble, but it's hard as dickens to get it up. So I'm going to move the camera over and I'm going to pull it out. if you watch other YouTube videos, they say there's a nut down here. I'm gonna pull it out. There's a bolt. There's a bolt right here. There's a bolt on the other side. You take that off afterwards, and that basically disconnects the radiator from the fan. This is what the new fan is going to look like inside the motor. Unfortunately, the radiator has to go into the fan first, then this goes down, and then when everything's attached, I'm going to put the condenser back on those small holes. Okay, once these bolts are removed, once these fans are removed, the radiator just slides right out. If you notice the transmission line on, and I still have the one hose because it is a pain in the butt to put this in when it's out of the car. I prefer just to do it, just to mess with the hose and to actually put the hose in when I get it done. Now I'm going to attach the fan. I'm going to look at the radiator for a second. If you notice, there's a little bit of damage right here on the fins, but it's alright, it's not going to leak. I hope not. I got a lifetime warranty on it. Anyhow, I'm going to get the new shroud and I'm going to attach it back to the radiator. Once the holes are lined up, we put the bolts back in. If you notice, it's pretty nice. This fan, it blows. I have to transfer this little module, but I'm going to do that after I attach the radiator. A little side note, you don't really see mechanics do this no more. I don't know why. But I tend to organize my hardware. See, this is horn assembly. That's the fan radiator, which I'm putting. That's from the hood, or the front end to the hood. That's radiator top assembly. That's the front support. I lost one bolt. So yeah, I don't know why they just don't do it no more. You don't see it on anybody. But that's the old days. We used to do that, and we just cut X, and then we just insert the fastener, and then we label it. When I did my head gasket, that's why there's a million holes in this box. There's a million fasteners. I put the bolts in. I can put the grommets on. I should get new grommets, but you know, I'm kind of low on money right now, so I'm just gonna put new grommets in. This is to ensure your radiator is not going to bounce all in the motor. All right. Now I'm fixing to put the radiator back into the car as an assembly, and then we're going to hook everything back up. Before we get anything hooked up, I cannot stress how important it is not to damage this condenser. I cannot stress how important it is not to damage the radiator. They're both kind of expensive, and they're both a pain in the butt to replace, as you can see. Alright, as you can see, the radiator's in the car. Now I'm going to place the condensers on these two little holes. Okay, I'm going to have to stop for a minute and kind of readjust it. To take this off, I had to unscrew these screws. Unfortunately, I stripped this one, but I still was able to get it off. And I already loosened it, but you just pull this plug. And this plug basically goes to the motor. In its new home, now it's going to get plugged up. And then I'm gonna start putting everything else back on. First, I'll put that plate on. Now the top plate's on. I had a problem getting the condenser lined up into the holes. It doesn't seem like the plastic thing wants to fit right, but I did get it to stick without the thing there. But it's a little bulged up more than I like, but nothing's moving, so that's all I care about. So now, while I got everything apart, I'm going to start hooking up some of the lines. Or actually, I'm going to hook up all the lines, all the transmission lines. I'm going to hook up the transmission lines, the hoses, everything I took apart right now since I'm back here. The last thing I got to do, well, one of the last things I got to do is I'm going to put this bar back. Now, if you notice, I didn't take these brackets off. The reason is because it doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to put it back. Basically, I have to pull this over a little bit to get it on there. Line up with the radiator assembly. Shut her off. This is the end of the video. All I gotta do is just reattach the fasteners. Apparently I didn't have the camera on. If I did, I guess this is double speak. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna put the battery back, and I'm just gonna reattach all the fasteners. All the hoses are attached, all the hardware in the back are attached, and this is the new fan. It should run real well. Alright, take care. Thank you. God bless. Well, this is actually the end of the video. The AC is on. It's cold. And the fan's on. That's basically what was not happening before. It overheats. So this is the end of the video. Alright, thank you.